Hey gang, what's going on? I thought I would give my thoughts on The Mandalorian, the Star Wars television show. I don't even, you can't even call them television shows anymore. The Star Wars streaming show on Disney Plus, which is the streaming site that probably half of its subscribers have unsubscribed since Mandalorian's over. Which I still have it, but I don't pay for it, so it doesn't matter and all that shit. Mandalorian, of course, if you know Star Wars, you know what a Mandalorian is. If you do not know Star Wars, it's a Boba Fett. It's a episodic TV show that each episode is contained, almost totally contained inside itself. Shows like that used to be like Quantum Leap and anything that had like one thing that was happening. So that's what it is. This is the best thing to happen to Star Wars since Rogue One, which Rogue One was absolutely fantastic. This is what all Star Wars fans need and deserve from Star Wars. This is it. Right now, I stand behind Star Wars fully. I loved all three of the newer movies. But this right here is Star Wars. Just enough Star Wars stuff out there in each episode to make it Star Wars. Stormtrooper helmets. Just a lot of fan service out there that's, Easter egg kind of stuff that's like, oh, cool. Nick Nolte even plays an Ugnaught, if you don't know what that is. Watch Empire Strikes Back. They're the guys, the little hobgoblin-looking bastards from Cloud City. And it's just fantastic. If you haven't seen all the memes yet on the internet of what they're calling Baby Yoda, which is probably not a Baby Yoda. We don't know what it is yet. My money's on a clone, but who knows? All I know is this is a 8-episode, 30 to 45 minutes. It kind of ranges in between each episode. It's not a set time, but I think 43 was the longest one. But each episode has its own thing, and it's fucking great. It really, really is what we deserve. The Mandalorian, of course, is the one thing about the Mandalorian character, because the Mandalorian is a group, it's kind of like a clan. The quote, "This is the way," is said a lot, and it's you're not allowed to ever take your helmet off in front of anybody, or if you have your helmet taken off, it's a disgrace. Kind of thing. It's kind of like a clan, and they refer to him as Mando. So he's Mando the Mandalorian. Well, I don't think that's the best. I think that would literally happen if they don't have a name for this guy. Even though we had Boba Fett, Jango Fett, but that's all we know. This guy could be. His name might be Mando. Who knows? But the character himself is, first off, the story is very character building. In each episode, there's more and more and more defined character. And the character himself is not the biggest, baddest son of a bitch in the galaxy, like you think of this character, especially when you see others, how fucking bad they are. He's not. He is a badass, and he is better than your average, or even he's better than your top-notch regular guy, but he does have his weaknesses. And they throw this Baby Yoda character in there, and we see the Force being used by this character. And all that put together makes for a great streaming TV show. Can't call it TV. We have to call it streaming, I guess. I don't know. But there's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of emotion. This does play, if you don't know much Star Wars and you don't know if this is something you want to watch because you don't know much Star Wars, this plays out a lot like a Western. It one episode's even called The Gunslinger, but it does play out a lot like a Western would, and I think that would have a lot of appeal to people that are not Star Wars fans. Now, I understand the Disney streaming service is not for everyone. Would I have paid for it myself? I'd probably be one of them that dropped off after Mandalorian, but then you go to look at it and it has nostalgia value for my generation. The animation on there and the some of the movies that you can't really find anywhere. But to be completely honest, I have watched The Mandalorian, the Muppet TV show that was on NBC that didn't get put on DVD, and The Simpsons. That's all I've watched on there so far, really. And just be waiting for the next episode or the next season of Mandalorian and the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi show that's coming to it. And basically, that's all it can do for me. I own Star Wars. I own digital Star Wars. I own Star Wars. I own multiple copies of Star Wars. So I don't need Star Wars, but I do need The Mandalorian. And it does also, the streaming service also has all of the animated series from Star Wars if you're interested in that. But I do have to say, if you're not one for Disney Plus, this is actually a good buy. You can buy when this comes out. It will be a good buy. Very rewatchability. I've watched each episode at least 3 times. And I will definitely watch them again before the next season comes out. So definitely check out The Mandalorian. I think it's probably one of the best shows as far as my opinion goes. And that doesn't go a long way because it is Star Wars. But I think even if I didn't like and know Star Wars so much, it would still be up there for me. But yeah, I can't think of one that I just loved so much. The one bad thing about Disney Plus is that they don't put the season out at once like Netflix does. Which, believe me, I am physical media all the way. Love physical media. Will never give up on physical media. Will never succumb to just digital. However, a lot of the streaming services do have really good original programming. So, and I miss television shows to watch, and there's not much out there. And actually, Ian told me today about a Dracula television show coming to Netflix tomorrow, and I will binge the hell out of that. So there's that. Anyway, I've taken up too much of your time. Make sure you check out The Mandalorian. It is fucking phenomenal, and may the Force be with you.